Well, hello there, Tampa Bay, and welcome to the Tampa Bay Community Network Sports Talk. I'm your host, Coach Chuck White, and I have two guests today. Johnny Liggins from King High School, who's an avid golfer, and I have Chelsea Shavers from Bloomingdale High School, an outstanding volleyball player. But right now we're going with a Johnny Liggins, and I like to say, Johnny, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Yes, it's a pleasure having young men of your caliber here. We've never had students in a while, so I'm sure our viewers are going to get much from this. Well, Johnny, you've been the captain of the golf team, and you've had many experiences. Tell me something about yourself as captain of the golf team.
Well, being captain was a very big responsibility because it felt like most of the team was putting their effort and confidence into that one person, which was captain, which was me. So.
Well, let's start from the beginning and bring people up on it, Johnny. When did you first get the thought about the game of golf?
Well, my parents played golf a lot before they found out about my talent, so I would hang around them a lot whenever they went to the golf course, and that's how I discovered golf for the first time. Well,
your impression, was it a good impression that golf was something you really thought? Many people thought it was a silly game or this, that, the other. What was your impression of golf?
It was very interesting. Mm-hmm. It was very mind-blowing, actually. It was like a new thing I've never seen before. It got me all excited and everything, knowing.
Yeah.
It was just really good. It was a really good
Okay,
moment.
well, that's good, because I know even now, when I first started playing or got involved with golf, I looked at it and I said, well, why people hit a ball down there so far? And when they go down there, instead of picking it up, they hit it farther. So that's the way many people think about it. Was golf the first sport you ever played, or was there some other?
I was a soccer player the first time.
Soccer player.
Yeah, soccer was my first sport, but when I kept on kicking the ball into each goal and for the wrong team, kind of had to change after a while.
Well, how many experiences you've had in golf up to this date? I know you've been through golf as a youngster, and now you at high school as a captain your senior year. But tell us about some of the experiences, like the reading, the clinics, the tournaments.
I usually go to Rogers Park, where they have annual clinics for any tournaments. I'm part of First Tee for Tampa Bay for all the kids of trying playing golf. Like you said, high school's a big experience, knowing new people, having my own team and everything as a captain. So that was mostly some of the experiences right there that I had.
When you say First Tee, to some people they're thinking of the ground, this is the First Tee, but First Tee is an organization, is it? And
yes.
It involves what level of people?
It's an organization for kids who are trying to learn the sport, rules, 9 core values, just trying to fit into that sport and trying to learn in the best possible way.
How many persons are they involved with First Tee?
Well,
usually you would think.
Usually it's about 15, 20 kids with about 4 to 5 directors that organize the whole thing around every Saturday or Sunday, usually at the golf course.
Is this the organization that Lionel Ballard has something to do, or leader?
Yes, it's Lionel and Jeff Leonard, who used to work there, but no longer works there.
Mm-hmm. Well, I've been hearing about First Tee quite a bit, and you think many parents should get involved with First Tee?
Yes, it helps out with the kids, but also with the parents, because the parents can also learn some stuff and help them with their game and help them have a better understanding of their kid when they want to go out on the golf course. They're not out there like, I have no idea what's happening, basically.
You say some of your experiences have been with golf clinics and golf tournaments. Tell us some of the clinics that you've attended. And the tournament.
Some major clinics I attended was with Jim Dent, one of the pros out there. He would come out there to show all the kids swing habits and everything, hitting golf balls, trick shots, just amazing kids and other adults out there. For tournaments, I do junior golf tournaments around the world and stuff, just meeting new kids, like Hurricane Junior Golf Tour, just mostly around there, just for junior.
You say you do junior golf tournaments around the world?
Yes.
Explain that. Around. You go to Africa and Asia?
Well, not really Africa, no.
When you go to Europe?
No.
Spain? You say around the world.
Well, the furthest I've been is West Virginia right now. So that was for the U.S. Kids World Championships.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, maybe people around the world come to these tournaments, you're saying?
Yes.
And they came to?
West Virginia. Every kid around the world meets up in one spot with the big World Championships.
And you met some foreign people in golf? And
yes.
You keep in contact with them or what?
Most of the time I do. Most of the time they stay just for that tournament and then end up going back up. So.
Are there other places where this round the world tournament's been held?
It's been the U.S. Kids World Championships and the Optimus World Championships also. So that's basically the main areas that they usually have them at.
Well, having this kind of experiences, surely you have gotten some awards. Not necessarily you had to get them, but I've seen you play golf and you've had a great swing and a great golfer. I understand you've had some awards. Why don't you just tell the many viewers out there what awards that you've gotten in recognition and certain recruiting offers from schools?
I was Western Conference all 4 years at King High School, and I was the most valuable player 3 out of 4 years at my time of King. So that's the main 2 awards that I've had in these last 4 years.
What about college recruiting or college offers from other universities by coaches and et cetera?
Well, I've been getting offers from a whole bunch of colleges, mostly Southeastern University in Lakeland, and I'm trying to see if I can commit to there.
Now, have you heard much from Southeastern and Lakeland? You say you're interested there. Have they contacted you or accepted you in any manner?
Yes, they've contacted me when I was sent an agreement letter saying that I've been accepted to Southeastern University, and I've gone up there for a couple of college visits trying to set everything up.
I know it's close distance from Tampa. Was that one of the reasons why you wanted to go to Southeastern? That you have offers farther away and you didn't accept?
I've had some offers from New York. The second furthest place I would say is Miami. I picked Southeastern University because of the environment, and it wasn't too far away from my parents, but it wasn't too close that it wouldn't be a regular base that I would see them every day. What
involvement and encouragement, or shall I say influences, have you gotten from any coaches around the area? Let's start with your coach at King High School. What's his name and what encouragement he's given you to look forward to going elsewhere?
Well, Coach Zebos is my golf coach at King High School. He's a laid-down coach, but he knows how to keep everybody calm on the team just in case. He really encourages me that I'm going to this college, and he's trying any way possible to help me out with golf or talk to the golf coach and everything.
Being captain of a golf team, maybe that entails some of the things that maybe our viewers may not know or may know. Explain some of the things you've been involved with, or your coach has explained that you would have to be involved with as a captain.
Well, helping out the kids, being able to, if they need help, should be able to come up. If the coach isn't allowed, if the coach is not able to attend practice, the captain usually has that responsibility to organize the practice, where we're going to go, times, and everything.
That's one aspect. What about seeing how they dress or how they act? What about showing them by example of you doing things where they would follow?
Well, for like clothing and everything, you gotta make sure about what we're supposed to wear on that certain day of a match. My teammates, they look up at me. They want me to make sure I show a good example since I'm the oldest one on the team also. So they know I should act like that. I should be able to stay calm like that. It's just a big responsibility, I say.
Did you look forward to becoming a captain, or was this something just sprung on you just because the coach felt you were the best person he wanted to put in charge when he's absent?
It was one of those moments. He thought I was the best for the job for my senior year. I wanted to become a captain. I wanted to see how the responsibility would felt, and I known it would helped out that all the colleges were seeing I've been a captain for my senior year, so I know I can handle responsibility and leadership if I'm put down to it.
Have you envisioned any other thing at King that you didn't accomplish or you wanted to accomplish and time didn't permit? Like looking at some of the peers before you, either at King or elsewhere that you read about. What are some of the things that you may have wanted to do or still want to do in golf?
Well, for King, I was trying to attempt to reach states.
State tournament.
Yes, the state tournament. That's basically the finals for golf, where all the teams come by for the states. I tried to reach out 4 years. Sadly, I missed that opportunity, but I went to regionals. That's like the semifinals. So I can take that as a good opportunity there also in the process.
Johnny, you have accomplished quite a bit as a golfer.
Yes.
You came up trying to play soccer or playing soccer. You didn't like soccer. You went from soccer to golf. You started at a very young age in golf, went through many various activities. Did you play on any kind of team other than the high school team of golf?
Not really. It was just mostly me. For the Derek Brooks Classic, I had my own little team that I played with Derek Brooks.
Johnny, we want to say thank you for being here with us. We enjoyed the conversation with you, and I'm sure others have gotten much from this.
Thank you.
So we want to wish you well in all your future endeavors, be it golf, education, or whatever. And God bless you. Do well henceforth.
Oh, thank you, Coach. You too. Thank you.
We're going to pause now for a little break, but when we come back, we're going to have our second guest, Chelsea Shavers, the high school volleyball player.
Change your life. Learn TV and internet video production skills at TBCN in Tampa. Become a skilled video producer quickly and inexpensively. Learn audio, editing, lighting, and camera basics. Produce multi-camera videos for TV, the internet, business, or pleasure.
Welcome to my live call-in show on Tampa Bay Community Network. You too can learn to produce and star in your own video programming, or you can have TBCN staff do it for you.
Call TBCN at 813-977-5200 today and change your life. Visit our website at tbcn.org and follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn.
Hello, I'm Landis Robinson, Director of Athletics of Hillsborough County Public Schools, and you are watching the Tampa Bay Community Network.
We're back now with the Tampa Bay Community Network Sports Talk, and I'm with my guest, Chelsea Shavers. She's a senior volleyball student from Bloomingdale High School who's had an outstanding volleyball career. She was selected on all tournament teams along with several other outstanding awards, and you're going to hear much about that now. First of all, Chelsea, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, it's a pleasure having you here. Why don't you tell us something about yourself? When did you first get a thought about the game of volleyball? When was that mentioned to you?
The first time I started volleyball was about 7 years ago, so I was about 10 years old. and I was dragged to the YMCA to play volleyball at my will. So I didn't really have the best first experience with volleyball, but you know, I'm here today, so something went right.
You say you were dragged to play volleyball against your will? Or
Yes.
against your will. Well, who would drag a beautiful little girl like you to play volleyball when you
My
didn't?
lovely mother.
Your lovely mother. Oh, what about your lovely father?
I don't know if he was aware of this, but I could tell
Well,
him
your
about
father was an athlete at
He was.
FSU, star football player.
Yes.
All right. Well, your impression of the game was not too good, apparently.
Not the best.
What did you think of it? You thought it was dumb, stupid, or tough, or rough, or what?
Well, it was also with a bunch of other girls who that was their first time playing volleyball too, so they weren't good.
Yeah.
And I'd never watched volleyball before, so I was like, is this really what volleyball is? Just a bunch of, because we kind of started by hitting on the curtain, and I was like, this is dumb. Why are we hitting on a curtain?
Dumb.
So, you know, it wasn't the best first experience, but it got better as I started getting more competitive with it.
Did you play on any organized team at that time, or what was your first organized team, like
My
the little
first-
people or whatever?
It was about, actually, I think that was my first organized team.
Do you
because
remember
that
the
was-
name of the team?
It was just the YMCA team, but we went by colors, and it was the gray team. So none of us were really that good, but we had fun, and that's all
Yeah.
that really mattered.
Well, that's all that matters, as you say, having fun. Can you think about how many girls were out there? Like a lot of girls, like 50,
On my-
60?
on my
No,
team?
on that group first started.
Oh, in the YMCA
Yeah,
group?
I mean,
a bunch. There was
bunch of
about
girls. I mean,
8
volleyball
teams.
girls.
Oh, yeah, there was about 8 teams, and all had about 7 or 8 people on them.
And when did you get to feel comfortable with volleyball?
Playing? I would say about a year after. That's when her name's Coach Hewitt, and I play with her daughter for high school. So that's where we first started like meeting everybody that we would start playing like school with. And so yeah, our team, we won all of our games. I remember that, except we lost one game.
You won all your games except you
we
lost
lost
one.
game. Well, yeah.
You won almost all of them.
I almost won all of them,
Yeah.
but we lost one of them.
Hey man, that's a great.
It was
that's
good,
a
and that's
great
when it started.
record.
Yeah, that's when it started getting really fun.
Only lose one game. You better tell some other teams would have been glad to have that,
Yeah.
especially our Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I mean, it wasn't that great of an accomplishment because it was basically like garbage playing garbage, but it was still something to do.
Well, now let me ask you this. Many people come up playing several different sports before they find their niche or their sports that they get really totally involved. Was volleyball your first sport that you got involved with?
Yes, it was.
You didn't play any other sport?
My mom also tried to put me in softball, but I refused to play softball. So.
You didn't go out not even one
No,
day?
I didn't even go out one day.
You may have liked
She
it.
took me, I know, she took me to the place where you practice, and I just said, like, I'm not getting out the car. Yeah, so,
Not getting out of the car.
so she just was like, all right, we'll just leave. So we just left.
Well, tell me this, were there any other extracurricular activities, such as singing, dance group? A lot of little kids come through a little dance group and singing or whatever, piano,
I started-
violin or something?
Well, I started playing in band when I was in the 6th grade, and I'm still playing in band, and I play the clarinet, so that's something. But I also played the piano, it was a long time ago, probably about 11, 12 years ago. I think I was about 8. Yeah, that's what I did.
That's wonderful. You say the clarinet.
The clarinet.
Do you play clarinet now?
Yes, I do.
You do?
I
Isn't
do.
that wonderful? Are you in the band now?
I'm in the band now, but marching season's over, so it's just the concert
Yeah.
band. So we
Now,
just
all this happens at Bloomingdale High
Bloomingdale
School.
High School, yep.
What do you think about Bloomingdale High School?
I personally love Bloomingdale High School.
All
I
right.
love my school. I think it's mostly because I do things at the school. I'm not a backpacker that just goes there and then hates the day and then goes home, sleeps. So I actually do activities, so I've grown to love my school.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? I
Yeah.
think every kid should love their school regardless of whether they're winning games or losing games or whatever. But I think every kid should get involved with extracurricular activity, and you are in quite a few.
I'm in band and volleyball.
Band and the volleyball.
Yes.
Now, did you ever think of going and furthering yourself in volleyball or band, or which one that you feel you want to go? Apparently it's volleyball.
Yes, I'm in college, I'm playing volleyball.
Okay. Did you have any offers to play volleyball to any other colleges or places? And if so, where are some of the colleges you've been offered?
I have been offered to the College of Central Florida. It's in Ocala. It's a full ride, except for they're only paying $100 for books. So that's where I'm going.
Ocala.
Yeah.
What's the name of the school?
College of Central Florida.
College of Central Florida. It's been there for some time.
It's been there for a little bit, yeah.
Yes. Okay. Well, that sounds great, Chelsea. Just to know that you've been through high school, playing volleyball, now you're furthering your education through volleyball. Do you have a major subject that you would be, or have you chosen a major as
What
yet?
I'm planning on starting with, well, first I got to get through the prereqs, but what I'm wanting to start with is physical therapy.
Physical therapy.
Yes.
Wow, little
And
doctor.
I heard that's kind of difficult, so if the gets a little too difficult, I might try occupational. And then I also have a fallback on idea, which is I'll try dietitianing or getting into food sciences.
Let me say this. You can do all things if you put God in there. You can do all things if you believe you can. You only do what you believe. You're only successful in anything you believe. You first of all got to get your mind set that this is what you really want. You really want to be a thing. Don't let nobody distort you or change your mind. All you have to do is find out about physical therapy.
Right.
Physical therapy, if anybody else has been through physical therapy, they didn't just walk in the door and walk out and they're a physical therapist. They had to go through several activities and do this. And you seem like you have a real sharp mind to do whatever you want to do. And I commend you for that. And I say to you, whatever you want to be in life, find out as much as you can about it. Were there other offers to other places you thought about but decided it was too far? Or
Well, when I'm actually kind of mad at myself.
No, you're not angry at yourself.
Well,
You're
no,
not, don't
I mean,
ever
I'm not
be
angry,
at yourself.
but it's just that we started a little late on the whole recruiting process. But the people who did come to me, there was a few interests. John Hopkins, Oglethorpe. John Hopkins is in like Maryland, and then Oglethorpe is, I think it's Georgia, so that's not too far. The other one that I seriously considered was Pasco Hernando, and that's right there in, it's Port Richey. That's right, it's Port Richey. It's in Port
All
Richey.
schools are good schools.
Yeah,
All schools
it's
are
a
good
good
schools.
school.
Never look back. Only person ever made anything from looking back, that was Nat King Cole, and that was a song, Looking Back. If you look back, Satchel Paige say you may stumble and fall and somebody will catch up with you. Now, your parents, I'm sure, has some influence with you in doing some things through volleyball and selecting a place where you can play volleyball. Talk about that.
My parents are huge supporters with me in volleyball, like enormous supporters. And I thank them so much for everything they've done for me with volleyball. My dad comes to almost all of my games for club and high school. My mom always comes to the ones that she can come to unless she has work. I mean, honestly, I honestly feel like my dad likes volleyball more than I might like volleyball. Like, he loves volleyball so much. And then my sister, She doesn't really get to the games, but you know, when I get home, she'll ask me about them. How was your game? You didn't do bad, did you?
Tell us what occupation your parents are. Your dad first.
He's a fire inspector.
Fire inspector. Wow, isn't that wonderful?
Yes.
And he's been with the fire department for several years?
Several years, yes.
What about your mom?
She is a teacher at
A
Burns
school teacher?
Mm-hmm.
And what subjects she teach?
She teaches Algebra 1, which is 8th grade math.
Oh man, isn't that one? You got a good parental background, and I'm sure they'll be supporting you in whatever your endeavors are. So whatever you like to be, pursue it and just give it your full thing. The most successful people I know are those who can handle adverse conditions, and I'm sure you know what I mean by adverse conditions. It's not the smooth road. The road to success is paved with rough, tough travel, but you can go through that rough, tough travel. I look forward to seeing you being successful, Chelsea.
Thank you so much.
So, Chelsea, we want to say thank you for being here on the Tampa Bay Community Network Talk Show. It's been a pleasure having you. God bless you to go into whatever future endeavors you may have, and good luck to you.
Thank
and
you
peace
so
be with
much.
you. Well, that's it for the Tampa Bay Community Network Talk Show. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. So be with us again on our next show right here on the Tampa Bay Community Network.